This is Matt Green for Back to the Peaceful Sea, talking today about Ireland and how to travel cheaply for 2 weeks between Dublin and the Galway area, which is on the west coast of Ireland. The whole country, I can't say enough about it. It's spectacular, it's magnificent. It was my favorite country on the trip by a considerable margin, and I would go back there anytime at the drop of a hat. So how to travel for 2 weeks in Dublin and Galway. First of all, the flight round trip from LAX you can find for cheap. Guys, you can find for cheap anywhere from $380 to $410, so it's a pretty small range. It's about $30 difference depending on when you want to go. That's a cheap flight round trip. You're not going to beat that. That's into Dublin, and a week in Dublin. After that, it could get pretty expensive. Dublin, like London and some other cities we've discussed, it can get pretty expensive. But there are ways to keep the cost down, and that's why we're here. So hostels in both Galway and Dublin will run you anywhere from about $150 to $200. Give or take. 154, 196 was the high and the low that we found. Food and drink. You're in Ireland. You will want to do some drinking. They know how to drink over there, and you will want to join in. Anywhere from 126 to 252, depending on how much fun you want to have. I recommend the 252. Inland bus and train. The bus to Galway, and then back to Dublin, because you will have to fly out of Dublin, and things around the city, maybe the bus around Dublin, or a bus out to see the Cliffs of Moher when you're in Galway, things like that. Pretty cheap. Will be about $36 to $72, right in there, depending on how much you want to do, how much walking you're willing to do instead of taking those buses around Dublin. And finally, activities. Run you about $100. Look, the Cliffs of Moher were pretty cheap. It was maybe €7 to get in, and things in Dublin, like the Guinness Storehouse, was about €20. That was the good thing with the activities there, are pretty reasonable. You won't have to spend a ton on activities, and that's great. There are only a few things I would say you must do. First, the Cliffs of Moher. The Cliffs of Moher are breathtaking. Secondly is the Guinness Brewery. It was incredible. It's technically called the Guinness Storehouse now, because I don't think they brew there anymore. But the tour's great. The gift shop's incredible. I bought a couple gifts for people, and then it's just a great time. The tour guides are nice. They play traditional Irish music and things like that. That's great. And finally, when you are in Galway, go to the Crane Bar one night and go upstairs, and it's just like this group of people that come and they play traditional Irish music, and one person will just sit down and start playing, and as people show up they just join in, and they never stop. They just keep going, and people join in. By the end there was maybe 11 or 12 all playing together. You just sit and relax and drink a Guinness and watch them play traditional Irish folk music, which I love, and it was a good experience. So that is Ireland. I can't recommend it highly enough. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous country. This is Matt Green for Back to the Peaceful Sea. Join us next time when we discuss vaccinations and sickness and injuries, what to do if that stuff befalls you on the trip, and also how to travel cheaply in Middle Earth in New Zealand. It's incredible. Again, this has been Matt Green for Back to the Peaceful Sea. Subscribe, please. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Ask us questions if you're traveling and you have questions. We love that. We want to help you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See you next time.
Back to